there. Hi. If you're there, if you're watching this, say hi, man. Hello, Selfie. Hi, Selfie. Selfie Ayman Yaya. How are you, bro? Hope you're doing well. I am doing great. Can you guys hear me? Let me just type it. Yeah. 3 persons, 4 persons. Hello there. Hey, if you're there in the channel, please say hi, man. I'm doing well, man. Thanks. Hopefully, you are doing fine as well, also. How's your weekend coming along? It is well. Weekend has just started. It's not really come along yet. Just give me a second, man. Clean and crisp, boys. Okay. All right. Thank you, man. All right. So, well, we have to. Um, thanks to the microphone that I'm using, because I'm using a Bayer Dynamic Fox USB microphone. So just give me a second here. This is just going to be a, well, there's no MixStream tonight. Okay. So there'll be a couple more. There should be one coming up next week, and hopefully more to come as well. Last week's one was pretty epic. Last week was the one which I had so many viewers and fans on that live stream. That was crazy, man. It was insane. So I'm here, and if you're there, just say hi, man. Let me know that you are there in watching this. I almost said in this channel, because I was thinking that I'm doing a stream on YouTube, but actually this is Facebook Live. So give me a second. Right. Hey, if you guys are there, man, please do just leave a comment down there. So let me know that you are there. Okay. Give me a second. I'll be back. Let me just grab a cup of water. Water. Turning on my speakers. Just turning on my monitor speakers and all that. All right. Hi, Q. Hi there. How are you doing, man? Hope you're doing fine. Sihat ke belum? Dah makan? Of course, dah makan lah, right? Sekarang dah pukul 10 already, 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. already. Hopefully, you guys have already had your dinner. Okay. Yep. Hope everyone's doing well, staying safe. Okay. View my channel. Excuse me a minute. Just give me a second, man. My channel. All right. Okay. That's cool. So, there's no MixStream going on tonight. So, sometimes I'll just have this really impromptu in place of a mix stream. We'll just do these really impromptu chat sessions. Ask me anything sessions where anyone can just like ask me anything, any sort of questions related to recording, mixing, mastering, songwriting, well, anything that you can think of that's related to music or music production or the music business, even music theory, man, or even, So the last times I did this, we had some really interesting conversations and discussions related to topics such as MRM, Music Rights Malaysia. I think we covered that 2 weeks ago. And then we also talked about the role of radio. And hi, who's there? Hi, Ben. Hello, Ben. This is awesome. No, you guys are awesome, man. You guys make the this little community that I have really really awesome as well. Okay, so, hey, if you guys are new, if you're just watching this, I usually every Friday, what I do is what I call MixStream, right? So MixStream is a live stream mixing session. So I usually take a song from usually an independent local artist, but sometimes it could be regional, could be international as well, a song that I'm working that either sometimes I'm working on or sometimes a client has sent it in to me to mix, and then I will feature it, and then I go through the entire mixing process from start to finish, right? And then basically it's almost like a look over my shoulder as to how the entire process goes. So that's one of the main features and one of the main content that I do on my YouTube channel, which you can check it out, right? So it's on this little screen over here. You can do head on down, right? If you're just watching this and you're just tuning into this live stream, take a quick minute to head on down to this one. Let me just type in the URL so you can head on there and usually subscribe to the channel because I really, really appreciate it. Okay, it will really help the channel to grow. It's gonna really, really help the me as in to keep on making new content for you. So no mixed stream today. All right, head on down to www.youtube.com/studio2105. Really, really appreciate it, man. So leave me your questions, okay? Any sort of questions that you may have, anything to do, whether you have any problems, or even if you just want to casual chat and shoot the breeze over anything, okay? Okay, let me just do a little bit of a login. Oh man. Right. By the way, I might be sort of interrupted midway while doing this mix stream because I am expecting some people to sort of drop by the studio with just to pass me some stuff. Yeah. But yeah, don't mind, man. Well, this kind of stream, I love to keep it real. I love to keep it raw. I got no script in front of me. It's totally unscripted. Okay, so well, it's really really fun, yeah, to get to do this. And I like it's nice to sort of mix it up. Sometimes I'll mix this up between my weekly update videos or some of my tutorial videos. Okay, and I got some feedback and comment that actually some guys, some of you out there actually really really enjoy these type of very very impromptu casual Q&A sessions. So please, right, leave me lots and bunch of questions. Well, to be honest, if you leave questions right for me, and I can actually use it as ideas and content to of what I can do on future videos, you see. So do head on down, all right, okay, to my YouTube channel, and if you can, do subscribe to it. Okay, right. Just hanging around here. If anybody is around, just come on by. Say hi. Please say hi in the comments. Hope you guys are doing fine, man. Okay, Ben mentioned that this is awesome. Okay, uh, what's awesome? Yeah, this still simple live stream. It's not nothing fancy, man. All right, no green screen or anything behind me. All right, let's see what else is going. Oh, update to Patreon's privacy policy. Got it. July 24th, we'll be updating our privacy. Okay, yada yada. Okay. So I was taking a look at another page of mine. Okay. Let's see what else is going on. What else is going on? All right. Ben O likes Studio 2105's video. Thank you, Ben. Thanks for leaving a like. Okay. And really appreciate it. I would love to if you have questions. That's if you have stuff or you have questions, that's something that I would love to see as well. Okay, man, there are a lot of other live videos that are kind of going on right now, especially on a Friday night like this. A good friend of mine, Stephen Bones, is actually live now, and I would love to actually watch him, but I know this is sort of a little bit of a commitment that I want to do. Okay, to you guys out there, members of this little MixStream community. All right, who's that? Izad Amin. Hi JD. Hello Izad. How are you doing? Sihat ke? Dah makan belum? Alright. Hope everybody is doing well, staying safe, and make sure that you take care of your personal hygiene. Always wash your hands. Right. I know I don't want to sound like a broken record, like an old uncle, pachi or machi that's keeps on nagging you. But I think it's really important, okay, to bear in mind, keep in mind, right? I mean, we've seen this past week alone, we've seen that you see the number of positive cases of COVID-19 has gone up, and it's a little bit disturbing. It is a little bit troubling. And we're not talking about import cases. These are all local cases and brand new clusters as well. Okay, today, if I'm not mistaken, we had what, 16? Can't remember. Right, I always follow the Majlis Keselamatan MKN's website. Thanks again, man, for joining in. Please say hi, and hey, if you have any questions, anything, shoot it to me. This is what this session is all about. Let me just drop a little message, okay? I'm just dropping a message to Helen Yap, okay? She's also a producer and arranger as well. And she left something. We had a recording session last night. We recorded strings for a song that she was producing. I don't think I'm at the liberty to tell you whose song it is, or maybe I can, because maybe she posted it on her Instagram. Okay, let me just double check. Okay, let me just tell her I'm in. I'm in my studio already. You can come over anytime. All right. Let's see whether did she post it on Instagram or not. Because if she did and then she put it out there, at least I can talk about it. Let's see. Well, I can't see where is the. Well, the post is kind of like somewhere down below. Oh, okay, there we go. It's I'm browsing on my Instagram, by the way. Let's see. Okay, all right. So she didn't mention it. She didn't mention who the artist was, so I don't think I'm at the liberty to say that. All right. So, but yesterday we were recording a string quartet right, for a project for a very, very well-known female artist and female singer. Unfortunately, I'm not at liberty to sort of reveal it. Okay, right. Izzat Amin bertanya. Okay, apa? I got a question for Izzat. Okay, apa perancangan Pop Shabik selepas ini? Album baru? Mini show? Oh, okay, man. Yes, okay. Questions about Pop Shabik are also boleh diterima juga. Okay, okay. Apa perancangan Pop Shabik selepas ini? Kita tak ada apa-apa perancangan yang solid sangat. I was just talking over the phone. We were actually just discussing it. You know what we sort of do. It's not a really big deal. We're probably just gonna do a little a remastered, maybe a compilation of a remastered compilation of our greatest hits. Greatest hits. I hate to use the word greatest hits, man, because it makes it sound like a very old band. So we are definitely gonna include Mara Bahaya. We're gonna probably old school rocker. The all the of our most popular songs are. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so we're gonna do a little compilation. Okay, album baru. Okay, technically for Pop Shavit, no, we don't really have any plans for any album baru. Um, but from time to time we work on some weird off side projects, and actually the most important side project, okay, right, I'm going to show you right now, is the project EAR album. So project EAR is Project East Asian Revolution. Just give me a second, let me grab the album so I can show you guys. Don't run anywhere. Okay, all right, so maybe let me just let me just go over to my YouTube over here. Okay, Project EAR. So, right, you guys can see on the StreamYard, right? Okay, so Project EAR stands for East Asian Revolution. I hope you guys can see this in here. And this is a copy of the physical album. Okay, right. So let's see. Okay, maybe I should do a little like a special kind of a giveaway thingy. Maybe I'd say like, hey, best question of the night or the session. Maybe gets a free CD of this, right? Who knows, right? Okay, all right. Let's make it official then. All right. At the end of tonight's session, I'm going to be here until about 12 midnight. So, anyone I'm going to pick the best, which I think is the best question of the night, and I'm going to contact the person and I'll send them a copy of the Project EAR Revolution album. Okay. So this is actually our first album. So Project EAR is a collective. It's a combination of a lot of the friends and the different bands and different artists that we've met and we've worked with, that we've toured with across the years. So sebenarnya, right, for Project EAR ini, we actually dah record our second album, which is already out. So last year we did a showcase, okay, and we also launched. So far, we have already launched 3 new singles. Okay, so the first single we launched last year is called Destination Nowhere, right? So we did a showcase at the B in Publica, and we did like a mini tour over in the Philippines as well. Okay, but this was in 2019. Okay, so you can check it out. Let me mute it for a second. All right. Okay, so hope you guys can see the video playing. So this was our first single, right? So this was the video to our first single. Now I can't play the audio because if I play over the audio, Facebook is going to give me a bit of a grief and give me a bit of issue. Okay. In fact, even showing the video sometimes, right? I might get a little bit of a copyright claim. Okay, right. At least on Facebook, they don't. If I don't play the audio, at least I can still play the video. That's fine, right? Because lah, Facebook's copyright controls are a uh, little bit strict, okay, as compared to. So yeah, so Project ER's got a new album on the works. We have three singles that we have released so far. Destination Nowhere, that's the first one. Okay, the second one is titled One by One. Okay, let me sort of send. In fact, let me share the link. Okay, so Destination Nowhere. So you can check it out. Okay, if you click this link, you will go to our new song, right? Or in fact, actually, it's just easier. You just head on down to this channel and subscribe to it. Okay, youtube.com/ I hope this is the right one. Oh no. Okay, let me try typing it again. The Project ER. Is this the right channel? Yes, it is. Okay, right. So yeah. Okay, head on down to the channel, Project ER channel, and then you'll read about it lah. Okay, sebenarnya, right, for Project ER ni, we're supposed to release and launch the album during Rockaway, that is in bulan March. Okay, but as we all know, with COVID-19 worldwide, the global pandemic, and then PKP, MCO, all this while, at first Rockaway was postponed and pushed to November, and then as the situation goes on, it looks like concerts are not going to come back anytime soon. So Rockaway itself has been totally scrapped and totally cancelled lah. So that's sort of our plan, right? We will plan to release the new Project EAR album, but now we don't know. We were kind of contemplating whether we should just like release the rest of the whole album anyway, or do we just wait and we hang on to it. Now this album is really special because the new Project EAR lineup, it's a family. It's actually a friendship. It's actually a whole collective based on friendship, based on friends that we've grown to know, that we've grown to work with, and spend time, and it's like a brotherhood. So in the core of Project ER, there's always been Pop Shove It, there's been Slapshot from the Philippines, there's Dandy from Thailand, right? But when you sort of look at the expanded family, it also included Titanium, who's also from Thailand, Ali Fikir, who's from Singapore, Saint Loco from Indonesia, and locally, even here as well, even Joe Flizzo is also part and parcel of our Project ER family. And for this new album, we've really expanded this family. Okay, so now part of the family that we have included is Wing Ming from Love Me Butch. So he plays for us now. So if you saw our showcase last year, right, and if you watch the video, you see Ming is in there. So which is cool, right? Because now instead of just having me as one guitar, it's always cool to have another guitar player. And it's always loved and admired Love Me Butch and their music and their style, and Ming's awesome, like his technique. He's got his real style, his own characteristic, and he's a real awesome pro master at it lah. So it's nice to have another guitar player in the band, because this means bila live tak payah buat banyak sangat kerja. You can do less work, you see. Okay, right. So cool. Yeah, so that is our plans. There are also some other stuff. We also actually 4 months ago, we actually did this little sort of a remix that the DJ Uno did. So we are actually doing a lot of stuff, but behind the scenes lah, not necessarily something that gets out there. Okay, so this track was called Binasa. It was a remix that was done by DJ Uno, and it featured Aman Ra. It featured Masker, Tres Empress, Lemmy Butch, and Naz. Naz is from Project AK, right? Like if you remember, Project AK are the real otais and the legends when it comes to rap rock, right? Because they were around since the 90s already. So, but very very super good friends of it. Okay. I hope again, sorry, I can't play the audio. All right, I can't play the audio over Facebook live because, you know, for one, you either the live stream gets muted, or number two, number two, if it's like a repeat offender, then I can get totally kicked off and banned. The live stream gets removed. Okay, but you can sort of watch the video as well. Okay, and we got a bunch of questions, more questions actually. Okay, let me jump over to the next question first. All right. So, right, Izzat, I hope that answers your first question. I know you got a few more questions. Ada soalan lain lepas ni, but let me go down one by one. Okay. So, Ben O asks me, when mixing, do you prefer headphones or studio monitors? Okay, right. Very easy question. Studio monitors. Okay, done. Question answered. Okay. All right. Anyway, okay. When mixing, do you prefer headphones? Okay, but anyway, okay, a little bit more serious. Okay. Uh, yes, definitely. I think mix engineers, by an overwhelming majority of mixing engineers, prefer to work on sorry, not headphones, on studio monitors, and there's a very good reason why. Okay, so our ears, the way our ear is designed to work and designed to listen, we listen in, you know, in a stereoscopic field. So there are things which we call interaural time differences. That's called ITDs, right? So interaural means inter between your ears, okay, between your left ear and your right ear. So there's time differences between sounds that arrive from to your left ear and sounds that arrive to your right ear. That helps us localize where something is located, right? In the stereo field. That's how we determine, oh, something's coming from the left, because the sound is arriving from the left just several milliseconds, right, before it arrives to the sound right on the right. There's also something called interaural level differences. Okay, right? Or sometimes they use, instead of level, they use amplitude lah. So same thing, right? If a sound is nearer to, let's say, your left or to your front, if let's say it's to your front lah, right? So if the sound is louder, right, and um, it appears louder, let's say on the right hand side of your ears, your brain will interpret that the sound is coming to the right. So same thing, right? So the thing is with headphones, okay, once you put two headphones off and you cover your ears, it removes that interaction between the two. Okay, so now I'm not going to actually talk so much about that topic, because I actually did a video, right, that answers this very question itself. So you can head down to my channel. Okay, let me just get to the let me just get down to my channel page. I'll show you which question it was. So I do a series of videos, as you can see. It's crazy, man. I've done over like 50 videos already. So, okay, right. I can't imagine, right? So this was the one I did 2 months ago, right? So every Wednesday, I always launch. I always upload a video called Weekly Update Wednesday. So on Weekly Update Wednesday, right, I actually answered this question, right? The question was, why does my mix, right? Why does your mix, when you mix, why does it sound different on your headphones versus speakers? So let me just send that link over to you. All right, I'll just type that in. And if you want to learn more about, and if you want to sort of know the answer, the right answer to it, you can head down to this. Okay, I'll just put the link to that video, then you can copy it. All right, let me a second. An error occurred. Wait a moment, then try again. What error? Okay, here you go. All right. So head on down to this link, all right, or just go to my channel, right, and just search for the video lah. Okay, it's all in my video list, right? So it answers your questions regarding this topic. Okay, hopefully that answers your question, Ben. All right, if you're not clear, you feel free to hit me up or just drop another comment. All right. Hey, Aizat, how are you doing, man? Aizat. Okay. Okay. Hope you're doing fine, right? Haven't seen you around the studio in a long time with the other guys, with Afik and the rest of the gang. Okay, so Aizat bertanya kan, kalau nak record drum, apa barang hardware kena ada Jadi macam preamp, compressor, etc. Okay, sweet. Okay, now actually this question, soalan ni is actually a question that I've been meaning to answer. It's already actually in my list of stuff that I want to do a video about, but it seems every week there's another new topic or something a little bit more more hangat lah, a little bit more hot to discuss, a little bit more hot topic. You know, somebody's got a hot take and there's another issue that comes up that pops up. Okay, baru lately ni, of course, you know, the whole issue about the finas and all that lah. Okay, right. So Aizat punya question, right? So now basically actually when you talk about drums, it really depends on what you are going for. Okay, it's not wrong, you can record drums if you want with only one microphone. There's nothing wrong in doing that. Okay, if you look back, you know, to the early days of recording, we talk about in like the 40s, the 50s and all that, sometimes, you know, all it was just one microphone, right? And literally the entire performance was recorded that way. If you wanted to mix in order to get the balance, right, of how the recording is done, it's based on physically positioning the musicians, right, further away from the mic. So, you know, in a studio, the singer will be right in front of the microphone, right, and then the drums will probably, because the loudest instrument, is going to be back at the room there, and then they record with one mic, you know. And some of great, awesome recordings that were done back then in the 50s and all that were done with this method, one microphone only. Okay, right. Sorry, yeah, I was checking my messages. Okay, so if you want to, you can always expand on that. Heck, you could do two. You could always use two inputs if you want to, right? And an audio interface with just two inputs, and you can just do a stereo mic, right? A stereo pair. You know, either a stereo XY or space pair, or even if you are smart, okay, if you are a little bit more advanced, you can if you have two inputs, excuse me, if one is like a cardioid and you have another which is a figure of 8, right, then you can record in MS, which is mid-side, right? You can do an MS array, okay, so which is in another form of a stereo array as well. Okay, so lastly, what else? Then if you can always expand and you go along. So if you really want to record drums and multi-mic drums, the recommendation is at least an audio interface with 8 inputs, right? So you need an 8-channel and 8-input audio interface. Okay, why 8 inputs? Okay, because the way I would break it down to how I would break down allocate the inputs would be: 1 would be kick, number 2 would be the snare, so 3 and 4 would be for your overheads, that's a stereo pair. Okay, then you would have 5 would be the hi-hat. Okay, 6, you could either put it for the ride if you have a ride cymbal, or you can always spot mic the bottom snare mic. Okay, and then lastly you have 7 and 8. Now you ask me, oh, but if I have 3 toms, how, you know, or if I'm, you know, a very big drum kit with 4 toms, how am I going to do 4, you know, 3 tom mics into the two inputs? Well, how the workaround is you kind of have to maybe get a little mixer and submix all the toms right into two channels lah. Of course, there are very different ways you can always combine different combinations, but with eight, if you with minimum you need an audio interface with eight inputs lah. Okay, obviously, right, if you can expand a little bit further, if your interface is expandable, you can expand another couple of channels via either ADAT or ASABU, or basically additional digital inputs. Then you can expand it to more above 8 channels and above lah. Then you have a lot of more flexibility in close miking and multi miking. So like how I do what I do, I have a kick in, I have a kick out, I have two snare tops. I have one is a dynamic, one's a condenser. I have a snare bottom. Wait, how many is that? That's 5. I have a hi-hat. I have tom 1, tom 2, tom 3, and then sometimes if there's a tom 4, then a tom 4. Right. Then I have a ride. That's 11, and I have a just kick in, kick out. No, I mentioned kick out, right? Then I have a pair of rooms. That's 13. Sometimes I'll have a mono room mic. Sometimes that makes it 14. And sometimes even when we are going for the very special cavern, like in a giant cave effect, right? I add another, sometimes either a mono or maybe even a stereo pair of mics in my staircase, which I call the echo chamber, my reverb chamber, right? Which is basically my staircase over there, right? So sometimes I could go all the way up to 16, although I don't think I've ever done up to 16. The most I've ever done was probably 14 channels, 14 inputs for drums. Okay, so you also mentioned things like preamps, compressors. Well, naturally, okay. On your interface, if you already have your preamps, those are already good enough. All right, preamps and audio interfaces have come a long way from what they used to be lah. So even some of the entry level stuff is actually pretty decent, pretty good already, right? So you don't need to really spend a lot of money or invest a lot of money. Oh, getting like wow, 8 channels of Neve 1073s or something like that, right? The 10 channels of API preamps and all that, right? You don't really need to go that crazy lah. Okay, right. Compressors. Now, I don't. I come from the school where I don't record with any compression for drums. Right. I leave it without. I prefer to leave the compression later on down the line, either during the mix or during mix using plugins, or sometimes I will multi it out and bust it out to some of my hardware compressors out there. So I don't think compressors are really necessary when it comes to recording, right? It's more important to have a good source, a good drummer, a well-tuned drum kit. That's so much more important than all of these additional gear, right? Your preamps, compressors. So right, invest more time in your more effort in those stuff, in the microphones, in getting a good drum kit, in new heads, well-tuned heads. Get a tech to come, and if you don't know how to tune, learn how to tune the drums, or get a good tech to do it. In fact, when I talk about drums again, I have another video. All right, so let me just head on down. All right, well, basically this is a session for me to push about promote all my YouTube channel. That's the whole point. Okay, so I did a video right about a month ago. All right, so about changing new drum hits, because what happened was right, and I had a good pleasure of having Mr. John James Chu, right? JJ, as everyone knows him. He's a very in demand drum tech. I think a lot of the drummers always call him and contact him. But he himself is a fantastic drummer himself, and also a drum instructor and an educator. So, right, you can head on down, watch this kind of check out this video as well, and see how it goes. Okay, right. Okay. Oh, lots of new comments, man. Okay. This video here, right? So he talked about it. So what we did was we changed it. We updated new and we put in new skits because we was recording a Six Sense new album, right? In fact, they just finished recording, right? So 8 songs. Six Sense has got 8 songs in their brand new album. So one just finished recording last week. So we've already wrapped up the whole recording lah. So their new stuff is really interesting, right? Because it's none of that. It is none of that sloppy, sentimental, BM Malay rock ballad stuff. These are all like fast-paced, hard-hitting, really heavy, hard-sounding sounds. They're going for something new, something really fresh, and something really exciting, man. So right? You can always follow Six Sense, their social media, especially the Instagram, right? They have some teasers on what's been going on, and as well, I shot some video, and then once I'm done with it, I'll try and compile it together into a video about drum recording stuff. So that is kind of in the process. Okay, all right. Okay, so Aizat tadi kata, oh Afiq tak jemput saya, macam mana nak datang? Wow, okay. So you need like a surat jemputan rasmi or something like that. I'll ask Afiq to get down to it. Okay, all right. Oh, Izzat tadi kata always dengar Time Drive, bro. Memang best lagu Project AR. Thank you, Ben. Right, really appreciate the support. Okay, hopefully I don't know lah. Mungkin kita will try to release the Project AR album. I don't know. Maybe this year, because everything in nowadays dalam zaman this kind of COVID-19 era that we are in, everything is so uncertain. Everything's so unsure. Okay, right. Okay, so it's okay. It's okay, JD. Boleh tengok kat YouTube. Yes, alright. I do appreciate, right, to head on down to YouTube to watch all these videos. Okay. Right. Thanks, JD, bagi jawapan. Okay. Sama-sama, man. Right. Same, same. Okay, cool. Let's move down. Okay, so Izzat pun tanya, right, siapa yang memulakan untuk buat projek EAR dan kenapa lagu Mahbaya tu terlalu best sangat? Cuba terkilan crowd masa anugerah era crowd membosankan. Tak betul-betul enjoy your showcase. Oh, okay. Siapa yang memulakan? Right. I would say yang the brainchild, right? It's the brainchild would actually be the three core members of Project A lah, which is Pop Shabit, Slapshot, Dandy from Thailand. So Dandy is a solo, he's a hip hop artist. Okay, Slapshot is a metal band from the Philippines. Okay, and so it's actually this brainchild. So before that, memang thing this kind of a working relationship that we had was something that we had already when we were touring together, when we performed together and all that, right? We really had this sort of a collective together. Okay, and right, sorry guys, I gotta wait a minute. I'll be back. I'll be back in the question because somebody is at the door. Okay, right, check it out. I'll show you what do I have. Stand by, yeah. I'll be back in 1 minute. back. Sorry, guys, for the little the distraction. Hope you guys are out there. Hey, all right. Let me go there. Hey, I can't go to another video already. Stop. Okay, let's go back to my channel. So, yep. So, kenapa lagu Marabaya itu terlalu best sangat? I don't know, man. You guys tell me, okay? What was the kenapa lagu tu best? I can't tell. I don't know the answer why. So I mean, I wrote it and we sort of wrote it for originally, of course, for the movie, right? Impact Maxima. But of course, we reworked it as well for Project AOR, and we redid the EAR version. Lagu is more of, I guess, maybe because the themes behind the song, it's always about, the song has always been about, um, if you the lyrics, right, it's always about focusing towards your goal, right, and chasing your dreams. And of course, with Project EAR, we expanded it, right, to include, the sense of unity, the sense of unity amongst musicians, amongst all the peoples of the different Southeast Asian countries, right? So, even though we are so different and we live so we live so near each other, all right. We are united when it comes to music. We speak so many different languages. We speak different languages and all that. But yeah, but music brings us together. So that's the whole thing about Project EAR anyway, right? It's using music to break down and go across all our cultural, our social, our political borders, because we're all from different countries. We're all different genres of music as well, right? So we are doing rap rock. Slapshot is like a metal band, and Dandy is like pure hip hop. Then we have Ali Fikir, which is also hip hop back then. Okay, so everyone is from different style and different genre, and we just mash it together, lah. Okay, so one of the favorite phrases that we always used to use when Pop Shabit, we used to refer to, all right, when we always get this question, what is Pop Shabit? How do you describe? Macam mana you nak describe Pop Shabit? I think I will also use the same phrase lah with Project EAR, right? It's simple. It's rojak berperisa muhibah, right? So rojak berperisa muhibah, right? Rojak with the flavor of muhibah, man. So I wonder how do we translate muhibah anyway? Okay. But thank you, man. Memang appreciate lah. Right. Thanks for your support. And it's a really, 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 really good question. Oh, another someone is again another door. I have two persons coming away. So again, don't run away. 1 minute. I'll be back. Hey, I'm back again. All right. So I had some visitors to the studio just now, lah. Okay, some guys visited to the studios. Okay, actually there was Helen Yap. Helen Yap just came by to because she tertinggal something. She left like the stylus for her iPad. Yesterday we were doing doing a session. Okay, and just now before Helen, the first time I ran out, right? Because a good friend of mine, Chiao Yao, shout out to Chiao Yao, all right? He I got a lot of my cymbals from him, right? He's like he helps to source a lot of drum stuff as well. Not besides John James. So I got this. Yay! It's a brand new Tama snare bag. Okay, so um, I got this right. I decided to get a snare bag after. This is really nice, man. So all right, it's got a nice plushy padded interior. This is really feels really premium. Okay, so it's a new drum bag. So if you watch the drum hit video that I did with John, um, I always used to kind of keep my snare out there in my shelf over there, but he's the one who really convinced me to at least to try and get a bag to take care of the snare drum and to put it in lah. So I'm going to be storing the snare inside this brand new, wow, fresh out the box kind of a bag. Okay, so yeah, live stream unboxing, brand new snare bag, yay. Okay, okay. So right, Izzat say Pop Shop itu sendiri dah muhibah sebuah bangsa dan itulah rakyat Malaysia. Yeah man, thank you man. Alright. Soalan terakhir. Oh, terakhir. Terakhir means betul-betul terakhir, tak ada soalan lagi. Okay, I'm just kidding man. You can always have questions. Apa gitar favorite anda? Okay, wow. This is hard for me to choose. Now, probably okay, right, guitar favorite. Okay, now my favorite guitar, I can show it to you. Give me a second. Okay, this is my favorite guitar. This here is by far, I would say, my favorite. It's the one that I really love the most. This is it's a Yamaha AES 620 HB. Okay, right. So this is from the Yamaha. Okay, maybe a disclaimer first lah. Okay, a quick disclaimer. All right, I'm actually a Yamaha endorsee. Okay, so if you kind of go on Yamaha punya website, you would probably see my face somewhere there lah. Okay, right. So this is my absolute favorite, and I really love Yamaha guitars, not just because not just because I was an endorsee, but the very first guitar that I bought, right, when I was still in masih dalam sekolah lagi, right, okay, was a Yamaha EG 112, something like that, right? It was like a starter pack kind of a thing, right? I actually asked my mom to help me to buy it back then. So I think it was a starter pack with the Yamaha EG and then with a crate. Anybody remember with a crate amp? I think like a GX15, those small practice amps. Okay, so this is my favorite. Unfortunately, the tali dah putus. Right, in this MCO PKP time, I have not had the chance to go and change the strings. Okay, so I guess this is my absolute baby lah. Okay, the one that I really love. So this is part of the AES series. Okay, so the AES series, I would say it's Yamaha's. It's their take of the double humbucker single cutaway design, right? Of what we always associate with, let's say, Les Pauls. Okay, so it's kind of their version of the Les Paul, but it's a little bit more modernized. So it's got the essential characteristics of what a Les Paul is made of, right? Having a figured maple top, it's got a mahogany body, mahogany neck. It is, of course, a set neck. All right, so right, but the several key differences with the AES is that it is a much slimmer body. It's a lot slimmer than a Les Paul, right? And the key difference with the 620 HB that's very special. Right, HB here stands for hollow body, right? So as you can see, it's got this little modern F-hole designs here. So what this is actually, strictly speaking, is actually not hollow body. This is actually chambered, right? So this is actually a chambered body guitar. So what does, as you know, with hollowed bodies and chambered, guitars, not only is it a little bit lighter, so it's light, it's easy to carry around. It's a little bit easier on the shoulder, right? Not like a Les Paul is like really killer on your shoulders, right? But this is super light, and it also imparts because of dia punya the F hole, right? Because of the chamber body design, the mid range response is different, right? So it's got a little bit more of that low mid response in there, which actually works really good when it comes to you know when it comes to like heavy distortion stuff and heavy distortion guitars, when you're playing power chords, when you're playing down tune and detune, because it helps to really sort of bump and boost up that low mid. Gives it a really solid low mid. Other things which I love, right? Okay, this is the classic stuff, right? Comes with the Seymour Duncan, the JB pickups as standard. These are not add-ons, so that's why I really love and fantastic stuff, right? The hardware, these are all Grover tuners. So the hardware that they include in, let's say, a mid-range guitar like this is not a high-end. The high-end one would be the 800 and the 920 series, right? So the 620 is kind of the mid high, right? Because they have like the 420, yeah, which is the lower entry range and all that. Okay, but this is the one that is my absolute favorite lah. Okay, hardware is really cool. It's really high quality. Everything is, it's a lot of premium stuff, right? Premium gear, premium quality. On a inexpensive guitar model. Okay, right? And then Aizat says, keluar ada Yamaha. Yamaha dia, that's not true, right? This is not it's not mahal at all. Okay, for the price that you're paying for this, the 620 was cost about 2006, 2.6k, 2.7. So it's not expensive. It's actually at that price range, sub 3k kind of a range of a guitar. So it's really affordable, and it already comes with a lot of the premium hardware. Like I said, Seymour Duncan JBs, Grover tuners. These are all proprietary, their own and special design of their bridge in their hardware. And this baby has lasted me on so long, and it's gone with me on so many tours, man. This has gone with me to has this gone with me to Japan? Yeah, it's gone with me to Japan. It's gone with me to Indonesia. It's gone with me to Hong Kong, all the way to New York and US. I've toured with this baby, man. So yeah, yes, it served me very long. I have two guitars. I have another one, right? The other one is a red. It's a red 620. It's a regular 620. So the difference between the two, right? Let me just really quickly pull the other one over. I should potong the strings, man. Okay. Keluar dah Yamaha dia. Okay. The other one here. This is the normal regular 620. So I have a red one. This is a red. So as you can see, this one is more solid. This is a pure solid body design. There's no F hole inside it. So these two sound very different. Okay, so this one being a more solid body design is a little bit brighter, right? It's a little bit more upper mid. So I have two similar guitars, right? But again with two different tonal characteristics. Tuning wise, for both these guitars, I also tune it a little bit differently. The red one, okay, which is the solid body, I tune it in a drop D standard, okay, standard drop D. And the blonde, I call this the blonde, right? As they say, the saying goes, right? blondes have more fun. Okay, this is usually tuned down to drop C sharp, okay, or D flat lah, whichever you want to call it. Okay, because most of Pop Shabit's stuff from the mid years are all down in C sharp, right? So it's like half step down. Okay, so hopefully that answers my question. I want to show you one more, which is very, very special. I'll be back. 1 minute. Okay. Now, I really, really love this guitar as well. Okay, so, ta-da! You can see this one. So, this this is a really, really, really special guitar. I mean, you know, I love my AES 620. Okay, don't know whether you can see it. Let me pull it frame. I love it. My AES 620 is the love of my life. Okay, right? They are really adore and truly, truly adore with all my heart, and I will never part and I will never leave it behind. This, okay, this is the sexy side chick. No better way to put it out, right? It is the sexy, it is your sexy side chick lah, your scandal lah. Okay, so this is I can't even remember what's the model name. Oh, so bad, man. Okay, yes, right. This is the CV820WB. Okay, right. Eh, Limp Bizkit Custom Shop dah keluar. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So this is the signature West Borland signature model. Okay. So well, West Borland was I'm not ashamed to say, okay, he's actually a very, very big influence. Obviously, with Pop Shabit. When we first came out, we were immediately compared to bands like Linkin Park and Limp Bizkit. And Limp Bizkit was, I would say, a much more stronger influence to me lah, right, personally, right, when it comes to rap rock. Okay, listen to our first album lah. Okay, that's what 2001, 2002. Right, it's unashamedly right. We ripped off a lot of Limp Bizkit and all that lah. So this was really, really a dream guitar of mine. Okay. So the CV820 is, it was a signature custom model. There was a couple of years where West Borland was actually a Yamaha endorsee as well, and he got them to custom make this design. So this, West is a very, very strange character. He's very, not strange. He's eccentric. That's the right word. Okay. But he's super, super talented as well. He is actually a very, very talented. I mean, he's a lot more talented than what you always see him play for Limp Bizkit. He's a lot more talented in other stuff. He's a really good painter as well. He's done other stuff lah. All right. So this is actually the way it's described. Right. This is actually 5 guitars in one. So when I say 5 guitars in one, it's because of, firstly, right, the body looks like a Fender Starcaster. It's like an offset kind of a body, right? So do a little Google research and find out what a Fender Starcaster is. It's a kind of it's really obscure 60s or 70s model design, I think. Right, very, very rare design. Then this is a hollow body. Right, like an ES, right, like a Gibson ES 335 or something like that. Okay, then in terms of the scale length, it is actually a 25.5 scale length. So, right, scale length wise, it's more of like a Fender, right? So the neck and scale like wise is more of a Fender. And then of course when you talk about double humbuckers, right? That's the classic rock combination for Les Paul, and floating bridge. I could go on. There's so many really, really cool features. Yamaha has their own floating bridge system. I can't remember what it's actually called. But it's a cool system. It's a locking system where you have one nut here, and you have, you just release these catches. So this floating tram system, it's awesome. I dare say it is the most stable tram. Like, you can do crazy whammy dive bars, whatever, you torture the guitar with it, right? That's part of West Borland style as well. And it stays in tune, man. And it stays in tune. And you don't need any tools, you don't need any Allen keys, you don't need any special wrenches or whatsoever. No tools needed. You just turn this, whoop, unlock, whoop, you can change your strings already. So it's super, super cool. This is also custom shop. It's custom made, so you have to custom order this. So this guitar I have to order. I have to place the order, and I have to wait 9 months. So it's like macam betul-betul like beranak lah. It's like really like waiting for your child to be born. So order this, and then it takes 9 months. So these are all custom made, handmade, right, at the Yamaha custom shop in Japan with signature. It's also got a certificate. So yeah, so like the way macam I described tadi lah. So Izzat, you were asking me, right? Guitar favorite? My favorite, the one I love the most, okay, the one I will spend the rest of my life with, is the Yamaha AES 620. But when I want to be a little bit naughty, a little bit nasty, or just want to go on a little, side fling, this is the guitar lah, the West Borland signature model. Okay, so hopefully that answers the question. Yeah, Lawa guitar. Thank you, man. Right, yeah, right. So I really, really do love these guitars. Okay, let me just put all these back. Okay, right. This guy is pretty heavy, right? And the balance is a little bit weird because of the size, and the headstock is also really heavy. But sometimes it's good because it keeps, it helps to keep the balance of the neck down, right? Because it's so heavy anyway. It's a big size body, and having a heavier headstock helps to keep it down. Let me keep this back, okay? Just give me a second. Wow. Good question. Woo. Let me just drink a little bit of water. Thanks, man, guys, for still sticking around. We'll usually hang around here probably until midnight lah, 12 o'clock. So again, guys, if you have any questions, please just leave them down in the comments, okay? Right? Or anything related to recording, mixing, mastering, guitar, drums, whatsoever. I'm not a drummer, but I love to answer questions about drums as well. Okay, mixing, mastering, music production, whatsoever topics. Okay. Oh, Isaac says that all that's left is the 4-string, the baritone Nuki guitar. Okay, yeah, but that's like a one-off custom-made thing, though. So unless I get someone to custom make lah. But then nowadays, all you guys, I'm sure out there are all about the extended range, are all about the 7 and the 8 strings already. I'm the old timer, old fashioned, still with six strings lah. Okay. Yeah, cool. Especially Magat. Cool, man. All right, let me just get a sip of water over here. Okay. So aku lihat ke video. See. Let me check it out. What else is going? Give it all for the Nuki. Okay. Right, Aizat says, "Hey, I'm still only playing a Strat and a Tele." Oh, hey, that's what all you need, man. You just need a Strat. You just need a Tele. Maybe you need a Les Paul or something like that. Well, once, as you know lah, guitarists, once you go down that route, once you go down that journey, it's an unending journey, man. So yeah. Fortunately, I have not gotten or bought any new guitars in a long time. I'm really, really happy with what I have, what I use. Although I am considering a seven string, yes, right. And the only reason I was kind of shopping around for a seven string, the reason was especially with a lot of the newer Project ER material and some of our later songs as well. When you get to a point where you have like five, six, seven albums worth of songs to remember and to play, and sometimes on the set list, different songs all have different tunings. So that's where I find that sometimes it's like, oh, I wish I had a seven string so that I don't have to change the guitars too much. Because sometimes what I have to do. I think for the showcase I had to bring one, two, three, four. I had to bring five guitars, right? Because of all the different tunings of all the different songs that were involved. So yeah. So if I have a seven, what I can do with the seven string is that I can tune that, so I can probably, cut down the number of guitars that I have to maybe three, right? If I really need to, two lah, I would suppose, right? Two, right? One would be the blonde AS in the drop C sharp, then the other one would be down in drop B. Okay, so that would probably be the two that will help me to sort of cover all the material. All right. Three, ideally the third one would be the red AS in the standard drop D. Okay. All right, but cool, man. Thanks for right, really really good, nice question. Thanks, Aizat and Izat. Okay, right, for the soalan about guitars, man. It's cool to answer something a little bit different. All right, if we got any more questions, please feel free to just drop them down in the comments. Okay, so seven people. We have Azrul, we have Afiq. Hey, Afiq is there. Hey, Afiq. Just now, Aizat was calling you, asking you ajak him to the studio. Okay, right. Oh, Zam was also there. Zam from Joy 92. Okay, Ran was from Infiltrate. Okay. Hey, if you guys are in there, why didn't you say hi? I mean, you all left a like there, but you didn't say. Don't be shy, okay? Just say hi and say hi and let me know you're there in the comments. Oh, okay, right. Next question, right? For Aizat. Aizat says, "What's your take on the two-note Torpedo RR and Boss Wazza Tube M in terms of guitar recording?" What's my take? To be honest, I would not be the most qualified person to answer this question because, firstly, number one, right, I have never used these two pieces of equipment. Right, I've never used the two notes torpedo. I've not used the Boss Tube and all these newer pedals which talk about capturing IRs. Okay, so I really don't really have a opinion on it. Okay, right? So I'm sure they're good. I have heard some guitarists use their two notes, the torpedo IR live. I have seen it on some shows, and to be honest, I wasn't impressed with the sound, with the tone. Okay, right? Uh, Sounded really kind of muffled. But then, and again, it could be because of the particular IR that they chose, or the IR that they loaded, or something like that. It could be because of that. So it's hard to say. But when it comes to guitar recording, okay, I have had experience, okay, with all right, with XFXs and Kempers, all right. So because there have been some guitar players who would bring in those amp modelers, okay. So what I can say about it, all right, is they sound awesome. They sound really, really, really good. Okay, um, the way I would describe it is they sound as if it's already been processed. It sounds like it's going to be EQ'd nicely. Everything it's been perfectly sculpted, right? So it's really really good. I don't deny it's scarily good. It's gotten to a point where it's so good nowadays, man. So it's really really great sounding. But when it comes to recording, here's kind of the sort of a downside for me. Okay, is that the thing is that, well, again, this is only my opinion, and you can correct me, or and if you guys who are watching this, whether on the live stream or when I upload the replay, right, right. Um, what I feel and what I sort of think and what sort of hear is that if you kind of just reliant on these kind of amp models as your main sort of recording, be it Line Six, whatever brand or whatever model lah. Okay, I'm not criticizing, all right, or looking down on it. Again, great sound, fantastic, great sounding. But you problem here is it makes you sound like everybody else. Okay, I think some of you, Afik, has probably heard me say this before. Okay, uh, it makes you sound like everyone else. It kind of removes your personal identity from the equation. That's what my opinion is. It makes your guitar tone or guitar sound like if you're using someone else's IRs, you know, you kind of sound like the other that person, that guitarist who was using that IR, right? So you again, it just ends up everyone starts sounding the same. You can't differentiate. You can't differentiate. You lose the sort of the identity, whatever is the uniqueness that comes from within you as a guitar player. I feel that all these newer amp models, they sound great, but they take away, they kind of remove the individuality, okay, from your guitar tone. So again, again, some of you in the comments might go and say, "Okay, boomer, all right." So, JD, you are like a little bit old fashioned already. Okay, so yes, I am. I could be an old fashioned, right? And by all means, all right, you guys are. It's cool, right? To use whatever gear that you want. In the end, it still boils down to the song. It still boils down to the performance and the delivery. I think that's a little bit more. That is ultimately, fundamentally, so much more valuable and so much more important than whether you are using amp modeler or using a real tube amp. Okay, so that's my take on it. So the flip side is I have to look it from the point of view of myself as a studio owner and a recording engineer. Okay. Uh, for me, I've always contemplated in sort of getting and investing either a camper or something like that. I've contemplated that, but I try to look it from the point of view of myself as a studio owner. I think most of the clients and most people, guitarists and musicians that want to record with me want to record with me at my studio, right? To sort of get the sounds, right? So um, that's where I think the value for most of the studios, okay, that are around, that's where the value lies in having like real amps. If you want to come to a studio to record your guitar, right? Why bring your XFX or something like that? Okay, why do you want to do that? You might as well to have just recorded at home. If you are coming in the studio, you are here to, you know, plug into a real tube amp, right? Crank it up, drive analog, drive pedals, overdrive pedals, booster pedals, whatsoever into it. We take microphones, we run it through preamps, we run it through compressors, right? We run it through all the studio gear to get that sound that we want. Okay, so that's where the value of a studio is, lah. And the great thing about working with real amps is that it's different every time. I mean, the word, of course, that's often overused is the term organic. We always say that, yeah, it's more organic, but it actually is, because the amp doesn't behave the same way. All right, right. I can tell you a story. I used to do a we were recording, I think, as Stranger's second album, right? The one which had Itukamo and Yang Perna, the second album lah, basically, right? And so we had a Mesa dual rectifier, right? So we used a Mesa Dual rectifier for that, and I could swear that amp, even though we set it the same with the same miking, everything was the same. I swear it just sound did not. It sounded different one day to another. So, I guess with tube amps and real amps, there is that kind of that quirkiness that's there, and um, uh, that can be a downside, of course, right? But to me, there's just so much more character when it comes to using real amps, lah. Okay, so I guess that's my take, right? So nothing wrong. It's really really cool. Um, I have always also considered trying to use this maybe for a live situation. Okay, and in fact, before this, I was using amp models. I was using a Line Six HD 147 and a Veta for a very very long period of my time. I toured a lot with my Line Six amp and my rig, right? So yes, even though I was using an amp modeler, I still at the end of the chain, I still mic up the cab. I have the cabinet mic'd up, right? So that's kind of the difference lah. Whew. All right, so yeah, controversial or not? No lah, there's nothing to be controversial about. Okay, so that's my take on all the newer IR pedals, right? So hopefully, let me know what you think. Azad, tell me what you think. I think that's more important. I want to know what you think about this. What do you use, man? What are you using currently, Azad? Izad, Izad, Izad. Rudy Malik followed Studio 2005. Rudy Malik! Hey, Rudy! Now only you follow Studio 2105. After how many years, bro? uh, and you're one of the partners in the studio. Now only you followed Studio 2105. Oh, by the way, yeah. Maybe I should check out. All right. Hello. Light Six is your legendary gear. Sweet man. All right. Very cool. Yeah, man. All right. I just realized it's cool. Okay. Right. And speaking about all right. Okay. Let me just get down to the question. Isaac says, I use Boss SY 1000. What is the SY 1000? Okay, I'll check it out. Okay, it's a guitar synthesizer. Phew, you're like one step ahead, man. Right, guitar synth. I'll definitely check it out. I did use the Line Six Variax for a while. It was fun. It was a nice toy. You could you could play around with all those funny sounds and all that. But after a while, it kind of got a little. I got bored with the Variax lah. Okay, to be true, to be honest. All right. Oh, speaking of since Rudy is here, okay. I just did recently the latest update video. Okay. So I was addressing the question of radio, right? Because last week there was the no, not last week, 2 weeks ago, there was an issue where a local Malaysian artist, well-known celebrity, he did a little bit of a rant, a little bit of a um, complaint lah, right? Basically on Facebook about why Hits FM was not playing his songs, right? And then basically, right, he decided to ban Hits from playing the stuff. So there was the question and topic on radio and how valuable radio promotion is. So we did some discussion, right? With some of our community members on this video, which was 2 weeks ago, the last AMA. I had input from guys who were from labels, who were from major labels, and all of that. And I also kind of shared and got my input as well. And I sort of compiled everything, all these kind of thoughts and points into this video, which I did 2 days ago, which was the 15th episode of my weekly update Wednesday. So do head on down and again go to my channel, head on down and check it out, and see what I have to say about what kind of role does radio play nowadays, right? Whether you are an depending on whether you're an indie, if you are an independent artist or someone who's just starting out. Well, how important is radio when it comes to promoting your music? But there's also something really important. Okay, I also sort of mentioned, right? And Rudy, if you're there, please drop, you know, the drop your info about the drum solo contest. Okay, let me try and put it into full screen. Okay, full screen. Okay, so here it is. All right. So Music Mountain Drum Solo Contest. So what's Music Mountain? You might be wondering. Okay. So right. I hope I don't butcher this. Okay, Rudy. So Music Mountain is it's something that we've talked about. Me and Rudy, and it's something that Rudy and his wife have put together. This is a music school, right? Because it's something that we've always wanted to do, right? In terms of education, in music education. So Music Mountain is the initiative that Rudy has put together, right, to do for basically it's a music school, lah, right? And the plan was, I suppose, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, right? The plan was to, we were going to set up a music school this year, right? We were going to get a place somewhere nearby in Tamantu and around here, and all that. But then, unfortunately, COVID-19, you're right, and MCU and everything kind of put all those plans on hold. I wouldn't say it's unfortunate. It's probably a blessing in disguise. I think if, like, say in January, if we had taken the plunge and started investing and started building, started renovating, started to start renting a shop lot, and then started renovating it, and then suddenly MCU happened. I think we would have been in deep shit, right, financially. So I guess it's kind of a blessing in disguise that we didn't dive headlong into it, but this is basically what Rudy's vision is, lah. Okay, so do check it out. So one of the latest things that he's that they're running in now is a drum solo contest. Okay, so if you are watching this, if you're a drummer, well, today seems to be a lot of guitarists, right? Izad and all that, and Izad, they're all guitar players. So if you're a drummer, this is probably what you want to check out, right? Because they have a drum solo contest. Okay, so I think what you need to do, I think, is you need to like and follow the Music Mountain Facebook page and the Instagram. You need to share the post as well, all right, on your Facebook profile, right? A lot of pretty much standard online contest rules and the terms and conditions, right? But the cool thing is, right, and the main thing, you have to record a video of yourself performing a drum solo, not more than 30 seconds. Okay, so if you're a drummer, if you're watching this, you can head on down. I'll type it out. Okay, I'll type the link out, but you can check. All right, all the details are gonna be over there on Music Mountain's Facebook page. So this contest has started. It's begun. Closing date: all entries must be sent in before 1st September 2020. Okay, so you still got a long time. You got about about a month, just over a month, right, to record your drum solo, send it in, okay, and put it up. So let me go back into the page. Let me just type out share the link. Yes, all right, okay, here we go. Okay, Music Mountain MY, yes. Hang on a second. I hope it's the correct link. Right, so head on down here. Okay, let me try to copy that and let me double check that and see. Okay. So head on down there, man. Oh, I'll be being to message you about this exact same topic as well, right? About the drum solo contest. I'll message you later, lah. Okay, cool. So head on down, man, to musicmountain.my. Okay, right. Maybe let me just quickly sort of share this screen with you guys. Here we go. There you go. Right. So Music Mountain Music School. Check it out. Okay. So I think we did a several things. We did. I think a couple of weeks ago we did the supper time. We did a little online chat session with the rest all of Pop Shove It. So you can go check it out. Right. You guys can see it right in the video here. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. So I think they did another one recently with Vince and Vanessa Chong. Okay, right. I'm supposed to do another video, a song breakdown with Vince, but it's just been so busy, I haven't gotten down to it. So they did another one with Ryan. Oh, and Jimmy from Ryan, who plays with Trophy Nice, plays with Bizu, plays for us with Project ER as well. He helps with section for us. Then Jimmy as well. Jimmy plays for his own band Temperamental, and then plays for Ochin Taku. So so yeah, so they did that with a lot of videos you can also check down. Oh, then the week before it was with One Buck Shot OBS. Yeah, before that and then before that, yeah, me and it was all of us, right? All of Pop Shavit lah. We did our little interview there. So do go and check out, okay? Music Mountain Facebook page. Please go and like the page, follow the page, and very soon, we have more stuff in play. All right, more stuff coming up. Okay, uh, Rudy will post and then we'll share it up there, lah. Okay, guys. All right, we have about 20 minutes more. Okay, so you if you're still hanging around, thank you so much if you're still watching this. Okay, really appreciate it. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, all right, do leave them down in the comments here below or in the chat. If you haven't, do take your quick moment to head on down to my YouTube channel, okay, and do subscribe to it. Okay, was really thankful. We've just hit over 500 subscribers, so I'm really thankful that pelahan kayo lah, as we say, right? Slow and steady. We're trying to build this community, right, and to sort of build this channel. I've done like over 50 videos already. It's like I can't believe it, man. There's so many. There's so many videos, right? And it's all because of the whole MCO thing, lah. But it's been something that I always meant to do but never had the time to do it. And so now that I've kind of committed to doing this thing, I've really been loving it. I've really been sharing, love sharing and love engaging and uh, sort of engaging and talking with you and sharing with everyone, how I work stuff. And also I love to hear back from all of you guys as well. Okay, so you can also head on down to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Okay, sweet. Okay, let's see what else has been going on. I got some mixing to do after this, right? So if you're there, right, just leave me hi. If not, you guys, just let me know. I'm gonna be doing some stuff over here. Let me just move it around so you guys can see. There you go. My Cubase. Be working on some mixes later. Okay, so I'm gonna be hanging around maybe let's say another 20 minutes more or so. And if you guys have any questions, just leave it down there, okay? Really appreciate you guys hanging out with me on a Friday night. Let's see. What else has been going on? We just head on back down there. Excuse me. Hey, done subscribe. Arigatou gozaimasu. 谢谢你. 감사합니다. Right. Mm. ขอบคุณครับ. Kopchai. Right. So just saying thank you in many languages. Thank you, man. So I try to do at least 3 uploads a week. Usually my upload schedule is either Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Right, Mondays it's always a mixed bag. Right, sometimes I will put in some it's always different content on Mondays. Right, it could be either that. But Wednesdays and Fridays, right? It's usually Wednesdays. It's always the weekly update Wednesday show, the program. So this is where I kind of update everyone. It's kind of a little kind of a vlog thing where update on what's been going on with the channel, what's been going around in the studio, and it's also the time where I kind of um, where I troll and I solicit all around the internet, right? Some of the Facebook groups, some that come from the comments, some that come from the live stream sessions, and I pick a question and then I will usually answer it, lah, right? So I'll give my answer towards the questions. I think I've done like 15 episodes so far, right? So covering things such as, let me go into the playlist. Here we go. What's in the playlist? Okay, let's take a look at what we have in the playlist. Yeah, right. So I've had like 15 episodes already, right? Covering topics like what kind of audio interface should I buy? Why is your mix sound different? Right? How to record vocal and guitar? Okay, what kind of headphones? And I talked about mastering as well. All these kind of topics lah, okay? All right, the direct access, band search, headphone bleed, sampling rates, yada yada. Oh, why is this double listed inside the, can you let me remove this? That's kind of weird. Let me remove this. Okay, let me do it again. Let me remove this. Let me remove this. That's weird. Why does it get duplicated? There's like a double, it's like a double listed on the playlist. Okay. Remove. Then the week before we were talking about MRM, right? So this is actually a very important topic if you are a songwriter, or in fact if you are a stakeholder, if you are in the music industry, right? You are definitely going to be affected. You want to sort of find out more about what the whole topic was about, right? The issue about MRM, Music Rights Malaysia. So do check it out. So I have this weekly update Wednesday, every Wednesday lah. Okay, obviously as the name implies, it's called weekly update Wednesday. All right. So I also have, but the main, I would say the my main feature, another of the featured content would be the MixStream. Okay, so these are the weekly live stream sessions that I usually have every Friday. So usually every Friday night I would do this. Okay, so I've done 10 so far. The very first one was featuring a song which was titled Unshakable. It was a song that I co-wrote with Jamir of Slapshot. We redid a acoustic version of the song. So if you want to find out, you do head on down and check it out, right? To see how it goes, right? So the video of that song is also up on YouTube as well. Okay, so we covered stuff from hip hop to pop punk, Aries on Fire, Honest Mistake, to pop, right? Velvet and Rich. Okay, I mixed a song for them, right? And then the most epic one was Dewata Raya. It's a brand new band, right? So they're like an experimental folk progressive rock band that took 6 hours plus. Okay, well, we did punk, we did new metal. I did like, and then we switched all the way to like contemporary gospel as well, right? Friends of good friends of mine. Okay, right. And the most epic one last week, okay, was the live stream for Snapshot. Again, you are back to Project ER, our good friends. I'm actually in the process of mixing their upcoming brand new album. So this was a sneak peek right into one of the song sets from their album. And holy crap, it's It's going up to 2,272 views already. It's insane, you know. I mean, look, for a super niche channel and brand new channel like me, this was it was really awesome. The response that I got from the fans of Slapshot, right? They call him the Slap Army, right? Salamat, okay. I really appreciate them, man. Their support, you know, and their enthusiasm when it comes to supporting their band is like, uh, it's unlike any. I would say, unfortunately, I don't see the kind of same enthusiasm when it comes to Malaysians. When it comes to Malaysian bands, you know, I don't want to sound negative, but this was this was clearly night and day a demonstration of insane support, you know, and passion that Filipinos have, and the amount of pride they have with their bands and their music. I kind of wish that Malaysians would be as equally excited when it comes to our bands and our local artists as well. So it was, yeah. I think on that night itself, I had already almost 1,500 views, right? That watched the live stream, and now a week later, right, it's come up to about 2.2, almost 2,300 views already. So, well, that's really epic, man. It's really cool. It's really honored that they watched. So thank you, Izat. Right, thank you for subscribing. Okay, I don't mean right to sound unappreciative or something like that with audiences. All of you are really important to me, right? And then whenever we talk, whenever we've engaged, and whether we chatted on some of the previous informal sessions like this that we have, always had a lot of fun, right? We will laugh a lot and about a lot of things. We talk about a lot of the issues surrounding the music industry. We talk about issues surrounding radio. We talk about surrounding royalties and stuff like that, right? So I always do appreciate it. Okay, sweet. Alrighty, 12 minutes more. Thank you, Izad. All right, and you've been super engaging. Thank you very much, man, for all the stuff. And I will drop you a PM later. PM tepi. Okay, I'll drop you a little PM later. Okay, because here's what here. Because you have been such an awesome viewer and spectator today. You're right, and with all your comments and all your questions. Okay. Guess what? As promised earlier, I'm gonna be sending you this. Okay. This is a super limited edition of the Project ER Revolution album. This was our first album. We released this actually back in 2012, and we did a very limited run of physical copies. I think there's very few left. So you have won yourself a copy of the Project ER Revolution album. If you can you maybe send me a DM, right? DM me on Facebook, and give me your name, your mailing address or delivery address, and also your phone number. Okay, and then I will send this out to you as soon as possible lah. Okay, all right. So Izat, congratulations, man. You have won yourself this Project ER album. Okay, ta-da, ta-da. Okay, so hey, if you are watching out there, right? If you're watching this on replay, so this is the benefit, right? These are the kind of perks. If you have questions, if I feel that after looking through it, if you've got the best questions, right, or you've been the most engaging, all right, you will win a special little prize. Just a way of me to say thank you. Okay, right? Thank you for all the support that you've shown. Okay, right. Izat, can you just maybe DM me after this, all right? Just or now, you can always DM me now, all right? Give me your name, your mailing address, and also your phone number, all right? Thanks, JD. All right, okay. No, thank you, man. Thank you, and right, not just Izat, but all of you guys out there. Okay, all right, Izat. All right, thank you very much as well. All right, we'll hang out again. We get Afik to do a little hangout session real soon, hopefully. Rudy was also here. Okay, Rudy who just only like the Stu 2105 page, right? And so many of the other guys. Ben, right? Thank you, right, for your questions as well. Q, Selfie, right? Do I really do appreciate you guys lah chiming in on this. Okay, all right. So let's see. We got about 9 minutes to go. So if you guys are still hanging around out here, I really do appreciate it. Okay, what else is going? Let's see. Do you know anyone who can possibly help with shooting a music video? I got a client of mine asking. Anybody out there? All right. Okay. If you're shooting music video, Firdaus, Justin, are you there? Are you like some secretly watching this? Or if you're watching this comment, okay, I'll drop you a message lah. Okay, right. I guess a client of mine is looking for is looking for someone to help shoot his music video. Okay. What else has been going on? Stems versus multi-tracks. I'm kind of looking at my Twitter feed at the moment. Ah, social media is so exhausting and it's so tiring, man. All right. Looking at Twitter right now. Oh boy. Okay, very cool. Right. Let's see. John Jeeves likes the video that you shared. Right. Aurora's band. Let me see. Why are these people liking all these old videos, man? On my channel. John Jeeves liked the video you shared. Hey, thank you, John. Right. That's weird. I was just looking at your tweet and then I looked into Facebook and then I saw your notification on my Facebook notifications. Are you like stalking me, John? Are you there? Oh, and saw a quick cool give. Saw was one of our dudes. I really hope to catch up with you, man. Saw was one of our first students in my direct access music production workshop. And yes, that is coming up real soon. I actually wish I could spend some time. Maybe let me talk about it. Okay. So the direct access music production workshop is coming back up again. So every year I've been doing the direct access music production workshop. So what is this workshop about? Okay, let me take you to the page so you guys can see. Okay, let me head on down there. And I guess I'll explain to it for the next last 10 minutes. Okay, no, 6 minutes of the stream here. Okay, right. Magat says, all right. Aizat Syamsuddin kata nak deactivate. Hello Magat. Supposedly, but I contemplated. But hey, IG is down. You guys, man. All right. Okay, let me very quickly sort of share this little stream with you. Share screen, opera tab. Oh, by the way, Magat, thanks for joining me and congratulations, man. Welcome to the club. Okay, welcome to the married man club. Hope you and wife are doing healthy. You guys are staying safe and fine. Okay, all right. So when soon can we expect a Magat Junior? Okay. So you need somebody to help you to carry all your bases and to tech for you, isn't it? Okay, cool. Let me go down to this is what I want to talk about, right, for the next couple of minutes, right? Actually, I could go on for about nine minutes or something like that. Okay, so let me put this in full screen. All right, here we go. So the Direct Access Music Production Workshop Season 3. So this is the third year running, okay? Is now back. So I did it once in 2018. Did it once in 2019. And now, right, thankfully because of the PKP being lifted, and I hope guys, all right, out there, really, dear Malaysians, my friends, all of you, please remember, right? We are not out of this yet. We are, you know, it, we are not out of the danger zone. Don't take this the freedom that we've been given now, right? And the under the RMCO PKPP pemulihan. Don't take it for granted, okay? Otherwise, I have to cancel this and postpone this all over again. So, the Direct Access Music Production Workshop is back. This is the third year and the third season, okay? So, what we're going to do is that this year, again, every year I feature a new band. I feature an independent band that's out there, right? So, what I take is produce, record, and mix their song all the way from the scratch, from the initial demo all the way to the finished final mix and finished product. So people who participate, right, are going to get experience. Right, they get a mixture of hands-on classroom instruction, some assignment work, and also a mixing contest, right, where the winner will walk away with a prize. Ooh, with a prize. Okay, so now registrations are going to open right beginning August 1st, 2020, and more info and more details are going to be updated lah. I'll put out on not only on social media, but I'll also put it out on my email list and mailing list as well. Okay. So what's in the Direct Access Music Production Workshop course? Okay, so this is a 6-week course. Okay, 6 week, right? It lasts for 6 weeks, so it's once every week. Okay, so it's every Saturday. Okay, when is it starting? It's going to be starting on September 5th, right, which is a Saturday. So moving on, so September 5th, September 12th, then you have September 19th, September 26th, then you have August 3rd, and then October 3rd, and then October 10th lah. Okay, so it's 6 weeks in total. So some of the topics that we cover, okay, properties of sound, microphone basics, filters, EQ, spectral processing, digital audio, MIDI, music hardware. So these are all the theory and all the lecture lessons. But you also see the actual demonstration of how we go through the whole process. So week 1 we usually cover will be drums. Okay, all right. So you actually see hands-on how the entire process is being done now. Okay, week 2 will be bass. In week 3 is guitars. Week 4 is vocals. Within week 5, it will be mixing. So it will be also a live mixing as if you're watching the MixStream episodes, okay. And then week 6, okay, it will be mastering, and then will be the final week, mastering and the overview. So do check it out, okay, right? The event page is already up, okay. So it's gonna be on starting from September 5th. News and announcements gonna be up really soon, okay. Let me just put the link there so that you can check it out. Okay. Let's see, how do we copy the link? Copy the link. All right, let me just copy the URL and just type it in lah. Okay. Okay, so here we go. This is the event, the Direct Access Music Production Workshop. Okay, coming out really soon. All right, starting in September, but the registration will open in August 1st lah. Okay. You guys hear that? There's like some motors around in the TTDI. Okay, so head on down to this. This is the event page, right? Or even if you go down to the Studio 210105 page, just click it up there. If you see it inside the events lah. Okay. All right. So yep. Okay, cool guys. It's coming up to 12 o'clock. All right, and again, thank you very much. All right. Megat is mega artist now. No, Saleh says so. What? Okay, Megat is a mega artist now. No, Saleh said so. Okay, I don't really get this. Right? Where did no Saleh say? Okay. Unrelated, but what video game you're playing now? I've not played video games in like ages, man. I've not touched, so video games are really not my thing. Not my thing at the moment. Okay, cool. All right. Thank you again so much for watching. Okay. Now, if you are watching this as a replay later, what I usually do is I will, usually edit and post this up on YouTube as well. right? So you can also not only catch the replay here, but you can also catch it on YouTube lah. Okay. So if you do go to YouTube, do consider to um, leave a like on this video. If you find it useful, if you find it informative, right? It really helps to build the YouTube channel. Okay. Uh, do share this with your friends if you found it useful. Well, sharing doesn't cost anything, man. Just click share. Okay, that will really help. And do subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. That again, I would super love and appreciate it. So that's all, guys. Thank you again for joining me for another casual chat session, another Ask Me Anything session on a Friday when there's no mixed stream. I do this little casual chat session, and I'm gonna sign off right now. Hope you guys continue to take care. All right, stay safe, stay healthy. Remember to wash your hands frequently. All right, 20 seconds with soap and water. Take care of your personal hygiene, your diet, your immunity. That's I find that not enough people talk about those kind of topics in those kind of subjects. Okay. Remember always to practice your social distancing lah. All right. So thank you again for watching. Peace and love and respect to all of you guys out there. All right. Thank you, and I'll see you again next time round. Bye.